Welcome back to the channel, Crypto Tro. I am Crypto Tro, bringing you the latest and the greatest in cryptocurrencies. And today, man, I'm going to give an update on Harmony One. And was I wrong about Harmony One? I know a lot of people were coming on my last Harmony One video talking about how I was wrong and I didn't believe in Harmony and a lot of things that I didn't understand about this new proposal, the HIP 30 proposal that they proposed to help the recovery of assets on the blockchain. And I gotta say, I was wrong about a couple of things. I said the community was dead. And I believe that a lot of OG validators and a lot of OG supporters of Harmony are still around and they want the project to succeed. And I want the project to succeed too, just because I still have a bag in Harmony One. But I was just stating my personal opinion and the obvious things that I was seeing that people were disagreeing with. So I can admit when I'm wrong, and a lot of people are saying I'm wrong, but we are going to show you what the OG supporters of Harmony One are saying, the validators who've been validating the blockchain for quite a time now. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about price and much more. But before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also turn on those notifications. I'm going to continue to bring Harmony One updates because it is one of the projects that I still currently invest in the crypto space. And I do want it to appreciate in the long term, no matter what I'm saying. I know I can just blatantly honest or just state my opinion, but I do want the project to succeed in the long term. I do think it will appreciate in the bull market, but it's some things that just didn't sit quite right with me. So check out my Harmony One playlist ranging back from 2021 all the way up until now. And also, I gotta let you know, before we get too deep into it, I am not a financial advisor. I just talk about the cryptos that I currently invest in or I find interest in, but I do not advise you to buy specific things. This is for purely entertainment. So if you would like to get into crypto space, I always please consult with somebody before going too deep into it, because you can lose a lot of money in the crypto space. Especially now, it's a lot of things going out there, a lot of scams out there for cryptos, a lot of people just trying to get money in this bear market. And that's probably one of the worst times you want to lose your money, especially right now in this bear market where you can be dollar cost averaging into good crypto assets. And that's why I say always dollar cost average, always do your own research, always know what you're investing in before jumping head first into it, because you want to know and have conviction in whatever asset that you're buying. You don't want to just be buying it based on what I say or what other crypto YouTube influencers say. I always know what you're buying at the end of the day. Go deep as possible. Learn about the tokenomics. Learn about the people who created the blockchain. Learn about the community. Always go deeper than you want to, just because you will know why you're buying that and you will know that you are comfortable buying it. So please, people, consult the financial advisor before going too deep into the crypto space. Now, enough of that. Let's talk about it. Let's get straight into it. We talking about Harmony One. Was I wrong about Harmony One, guys? So we're going to first start out today looking at price. And we see price is at 1 cent, down 5% on the day. And coming in with $168 million market cap, and that's ranked 150, so still in the top 200 as far as market caps. And we see volume has been pumping for Harmony One. We are up 72% as far as volume, coming in at $18.6 million, ranked 121. So that volume is really pumping. We truly don't know what's going on Harmony right now, but love to see the volume pumping. Even though it might be selling, even though it might be sellers, we still see it pumping and people are still trading on Harmony. And I actually think crypto.com has a Harmony One multiplier where you can, stake your Harmony and get some free Harmony just for pretty much locking up your Harmony. So a lot of people are still looking at Harmony One. A lot of people are still doing a lot of things with Harmony One, but I just gotta be quite honest right now. DeFi is dead on Harmony One. I believe all the dApps, pretty much all the top dApps at least, have left the ecosystem, and that's very heartbreaking to me, because I remember at one time Harmony One was going to look like the best blockchain to create on. We had DeFi Kingdoms, we had DeFi, we had Tranquil, we had all these other projects that really were doing some good things in the crypto space. But once Harmony One kind of got the hack and then communicate with what was going on, a lot of people end up leaving and just or not building out their projects on Harmony One. So let's get straight into it. One of the OG validators, Validator One, he said he has voted no to the Harmony One governance proposal HIP. So basically, HIP was one of those proposals where the Harmony One team proposed to have 50% of the staking rewards going towards the recovery for Harmony One, and it was going to be put in a DAO. And I always say, I was saying this back then, like when Harmony One first started, they was trying to create a million DAOs, and I think that was the wrong way to go about it. Back then, I even kind of saw a glimpse of how the leadership was. Like, I'm not saying it's bad leadership. I think they just were so caught up in the bull market and there was so much money flowing in that they were just misallocating all the funds, trying to create all of these crazy DAOs and things like that. And I don't think we even needed a DAO, maybe one DAO, but just doing all of these decentralized organizations wasn't a good plan in my personal opinion. So Validator One said he voted no to the HIP proposal. He said we agree on many of the changes proposed by HIP 30, including the 1 second finality and reducing the number of shards. However, we cannot support an almost 50% reduction to staking rewards to fund the proposed emissions DAO, which will be responsible for overseeing all of the one proposed to be allocated from staking emissions due to primarily the uncertainties surrounding its formation, such as the mandates, members, and operating structure of the emission DAO will be put forth in additional governance proposal by the end of the first year allocations. HIP 30 lacks clarity on what structures will be, how they will be developed, and how the community can participate in this process. We request that Harmony explore alternative opportunities to fund recovery efforts and ecosystem development, and when proposing any future HIPs, provide the information necessary for the community to make the most informed and sound decisions for the future of the network. So, like I said, they propose, do 50% allocations from the staking rewards and put it to this DAO to pretty much repeg assets and do the 1 second finality and reducing the number of shards, but they didn't really give a clear-cut understanding of how they plan on going through this process. And that's one thing I must say Harmony has bad. They don't give the clear instructions, man. And it's already been shown in the past. They pretty much misallocated a lot of funds. A lot of funds were misallocated. A lot of promises were made to dApps that weren't fulfilled and just kind of left them in the dark. A lot of people left the blockchain. A lot of developers left the blockchain. A lot of people on the core team left. And it was just funds being delegated to different DAOs that we don't even know about, that we don't use. So it's kind of like, what do you plan on doing with the emissions DAO? So another delegator, Harmony Validator DAO 1, HIP voting is coming to an end in a few days. It's pretty split between validators, 52 yes, 43 no. So this was about 4 days ago, actually on my birthday. Happy belated birthday to me. So the question for the poll is, do you as a Harmony One holder / delegator want to see this Harmony One proposal pass? So at this point, people were saying yes. A lot of people weren't saying no. So it was 7% yes, 20 or 30% no. This was just a Twitter poll. And somebody asked, what are the reasons that people vote against this proposal? Well, DK Validator said the number of elected validators will be greatly reduced. That makes it less decentralized, and we know Harmony One was big on decentralization. Then the staking APR will be cut in half, making us uncompetitive. And that's right now is the only reason a lot of people still are on the Harmony One blockchain, just delegating their Harmony One to these different validators, earning 10 or 9%. But if we cut those in half, a lot of people will absolutely flood, and it will be a big sell-off in my personal opinion. Just because that's what's keeping people around. dApps on Harmony One are currently dead, so a lot of people don't necessarily care about the new dApps being made because Harmony One is still unpegged. or their assets on chain are not good assets currently right now. So concerns over how Harmony will use the money and the formation of new DAO given their track record. And that's why I just said previously, like a lot of people on the Harmony One's team, they were doing a lot of things, a lot of innovative things. But once we got these, I remember DeFi Kingdoms, they were promised some money, and they never received the money. A lot of dApps, Tranquil Finance at one point I made a video. They were promised a lot of things too that weren't, received, and they just absolutely lost communication with the main Harmony One's team. So that's something we got to really look at, especially if we want to reduce the staking rewards from 9% to almost 4%. And we know the track record of Harmony, they don't really follow through with things. So that's they got to give us some reaffirmation, just showing that they can follow through with some things that they talk about. Now, this team is a smart, very, very smart team, in my personal opinion, but I do think they need to bring somebody in who is better with communication and knows how to really communicate with the community, because although the team is developing strong and still making a lot of progress, they don't really know how to talk to the people, man. You got to know how to talk to the people. You got to have somebody who is the seller and somebody who develops. And right now, they are not good on the selling points. They don't know how to really structure something out. Because if it wasn't for, the community, I wouldn't even really understand the HIP 30. And they didn't really put it in layman's terms for anybody to understand. It was kind of very difficult unless you were involved in the community and know a lot of people in the community. So another top validator, USS Harmony Validator, he is, another OG, and he said HIP 30, if yes, 441 constant annual emission inflation, but the foundation keeps 221 coins to recover bridge hack. Your staking APR will get Thanos. That was kind of fun. Your staking APR will get Thanos. And that's just being real, because the only thing on Harmony right now is the staking opportunities. Nobody is currently using any dApps on Harmony or any decentralized applications. So right now we can see this was about yesterday, and we see 50% have voted yes and 45% have voted no. So a lot of people still were voting yes to the proposal, even though, rewards were getting cut. Now, I got to say, this is bullish because the community gets a chance to actually participate in what Harmony One does. But at the same time, I absolutely am voting no, just because we don't have a clear-cut plan. Like, I want assets to be repegged. I want 1 second finality. I want, shards being reduced to help the blockchain. But if we don't know the entire plan of what the DAO is planning to do with these funds, then how can we absolutely be 100% bullish on it or 100% with what they're doing if in the past they didn't know how to really allocate funds? Then we go to Validator 1. So per Harmony lead engineer, HIP staking emissions reduction, 50% was a compromise, but 90% is still Harmony One's goal. So at first, 90% was the goal, man. 90% of rewards. That's crazy. 90% of the rewards were going to be to recover and ecosystem development. But we already had an opportunity for ecosystem development, and Harmony absolutely shied away from it. They let DeFi Kingdoms, probably one of the best crypto games out there, one of the best well thought out crypto games out there, lead a blockchain. And after everything happened, and DeFi Kingdoms were still trying to be on Harmony One, but it was no communication. So somebody said, I can't believe he said it is their goal and that it is still their goal, not that it was their goal. Looks like we have more questions to ask about this HIP and the future after. So a lot of things going on. Then Easy Note, another one, we see how he basically said, then wait a year for funds to come around before any further help goes to recovery. What's the price then? Will any apps launch in that time? Who knows? No roadmap. What successful things left on Harmony beyond staking at the moment? So like I said, they never gave a clear-cut roadmap of what's going on, and it's nothing on Harmony, absolutely nothing. I mean, I won't say nothing. It's probably still small developers, still development, and shout out to them. But at the same time, all the good dApps, all the dApps that were mostly used for the project or on the blockchain are pretty much gone, man. So Not a good look. Then we see today, now we finally get the good stuff. Less than 6 hours, validators need to vote on HIP 30, and there's still over a billion delegated one to validators that have not voted yet, not including Binance. So we can see no is currently winning, and that's why I want to say I want to vote, and I voted no already. So please, 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 people, I vote no for it. I'm not a validator, but I told all the I've expressed my opinions on it, and I believe no is the right answer just because I want the assets to be repegged, but I need a plan for it. I need a plan. I need Harmony One to absolutely be diligent on their plans. Like they need to make a step by step. Like at this point, it has to be step by step, and they have to cross it out the list, showing us that they're actually rebuilding. Because right now, it's very hard to support the team on what they're thinking. Because what is it that they believe that they're doing without a clear roadmap? So that's my video today. Just wanted to give you an update on why I probably was wrong about Harmony on some things, but at the end of the day, I believe Harmony One is trying, but they need to do a better job at really expressing how they plan on repegging these assets. And HIP 30 wasn't the one that they really were clear cut on. They need to put out a roadmap on how they plan on rebuilding, how they plan on bringing more dApps into the blockchain. How, if we're going to cut the staking rewards, which is pretty much why everybody is still on the blockchain or still delegating their one, you need to have a plan where people will be all right with getting their rewards cut, not just saying that we're going to cut rewards and we're going to put them in a DAO. Because we've seen what happened to all the DAOs in Harmony One. The DAOs are no longer around. The people who are running the DAOs are no longer around. It might be some, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people might view this video and say, hey, Tro, I still run a DAO. Okay, I understand that, but the DAO isn't making any noise. People don't care about DAOs right now. DAOs are, there was a cool thing, one of the hype words of the bull market, DAOs and stuff, but now nobody cares about DAOs. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not going to say in the future DAOs won't be important, but as of now, people don't even know what a DAO is. So you keep talking about DAOs. If a regular retail investor comes in, they're going to be confused on what a DAO is. They want to know what's being built on a blockchain and how you plan on recovering these assets, and put it in layman's terms for me. So, Crypto Tro, make sure you check out my Harmony One playlist. I'm out of here.